Four.
Boy, you said I had 3 seconds left.
Oh, no, you're on.
Tapped out games report. Block the camera for a little bit. Okay. Well, AJ, who's on the other side of the camera, I'd like to talk about the Jund Menace episode 1. If you look at any top 8 deck, I bet you money, and you can take me up on this, at least 50% of the decks will be a Jund variant of some kind. So I'd like to talk about why is it the deck to beat. Well, if you look at any Jund deck list, it's pure card advantage. All the cards in Jund are aggressive by themselves, so they do a good job at what they do, being aggressive. But also, they are all built-in card advantage. Broodmate Dragon is a 2-for-1. Lightning is a 2-for-1. All your Cascade spells, usually 2-for-1s. Thrynax is at least a 2-for-1. Usually the only cards that don't generate card advantage would be the Leech, or Lightning Bolt, or Terminate. Hell, even Pulse can be card advantage. So it's a really aggressive deck with a lot of built-in card advantage, and really the Cascade mechanic plus that makes it the deck to beat, because it can catch up with you from no time, and makes a lot of one-for-one situations that a lot of decks couldn't do before it. So what stops it? And not much. You either have to keep up with its pace, and not only by being able to block as fast as they can beat you, but also by disrupting them or keeping up with their cascades. I mean, if they have Cascade, you should be able to do it back or get the same amount of cards from them. But sadly, there aren't really that large of a variety of cards that can stop it or keep up with it in that sense. But what I do have in front of me are some cards that can keep up with it. For example, if they try to Blightning you, an excellent card against that, as brought up by Asian Matt in the boards, would be Swerve. It not only works for their Blightnings, but also their Pulses if you want to get rid of their Leech or something. Excellent sideboard card. If they Blightning you and you can Swerve it back, that's a tremendous tempo advantage because Jund's worst enemy is losing tempo. Next card, the thing that keep up with Cascade would be Double Negative. When they Cascade into any spell, you can of course counter both. Again, another tempo swing. Another thing would be Wall of Denial. 3 mana for 0/8 flying defense shroud. Not only good against Jund, but basically any creature in the format, minus a Gatekeeper, Malakir, if that's how you say it.
Sure, we'll go with that.
But the good thing about Wall of Denial is even if they Cascade, a lot of times it's almost a whiff. So if they get a Terminate or a Pulse, it doesn't really do anything to the wall. The wall's still going to be there. Another card that I've seen in a lot of mirror matches, sideboard-wise, is Goblin Rune Blaster. Again, the tempo thing. If you can slow them down in any way, shape, or form, they hurt more than any other deck because it's a really fragile mana base. But not too many cards can exploit that mana base. And lastly, a card that I'd like to talk about that I haven't seen played as much as I'd like to is White Knight. 2/2 first strike, protection from black. It's not only good against Jund, but many other decks. But if you look at the deck list, the only thing that Jund can do about White Knight would be a Lightning Bolt. So 4 cards out of 60 isn't bad for resolving one of the main problems. So you can get in front of almost any creature they throw at them, avoid any removal they have, and Eric Becker does have crabs, Alaskan Kings.
He does. It's confirmed. Confirmed.
Those aren't eating crabs, boy.